Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Volunteer State Community College. Today's final home games of the 2025 season. VolState hosting Walter State in a doubleheader, 2 7-inning contests today, beginning at approximately noon. This is sophomore day here at VolState for 21 players that are participating in their final home games of their career here at VolState. We will be commemorating their time here with a little ceremony here in just a few minutes. I'll be the public address announcer for that event and also be carrying that right here on the live stream. So bear with me while I have two microphones in my face. VolState took it on a chin yesterday in the game with Walter State, lost 19-2. Walks and hit by pitches did in the Pioneers. Walter State, only 9 hits, scored 19 runs. 16 of those were earned. Gavin King got the start and threw, I think, right at 70 pitches. Ended up going 2 1/3 innings, 3 hits, 8 runs. Only 5 of those were earned. Walked 5, struck out 4. And a lot of scouts were here to see him, as head coach Jim McGuire is now out on the field, and so we will begin our ceremony. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Tim Garrett Baseball Complex here for Sophomore Day at Volunteer State Community College. The final home games for 21 players finishing their time as Pioneers. Each player will be announced and receive a jersey and a baseball commemorating their time with Volunteer State. They will have their picture taken with head coach Jim McGuire. That picture will be taken by VolState alum Amy Goolsby. First, the starting pitcher for today's game, number 30, Eben Hansen from Maynardville, Tennessee, Union County High School, transfer from King University. He's graduating in May with a degree in general studies. The son of Carl and Jane Hansen, brother to Neely, and he has supporters Grammy and Aunt Betty, Pap and Mimi, and a host of others, all from Maynardville. Future plans are undecided, weighing some 4-year school opportunities. Eben Hansen. And the starting catcher for game one, Scotty Dean, number 32, from Clarksville, Tennessee, Rossview High School. Transfer from Chattanooga State. He will graduate in the fall with a degree in general studies. The son of Wynn and Katie Dean, brother to Carter. He is also undecided, looking for a 4-year opportunity to continue playing baseball. Ladies and gentlemen, Scotty Dean. And next, number 2, Reed Mashinsky, a 3-year player here at VolState from Bradenton, Florida. General studies degree he'll get in May. The son of Mike and Karen Mashinsky, grandson of Grampy and Grammy. They're in Sarasota, Florida. His future also undecided. He's looking for a 4-year school as well. Reed Mashinsky. Number 3, Brady Nepper from Greenbrier, Tennessee. Transfer from Cumberland University. He'll graduate in the summer with a business marketing degree. The son of Gary Nepper and Stacy Chapman. Grandson of Nana in Springfield, granddaddy and grandma in Jackson, Tennessee. He plans on attending Tennessee Tech in the fall. Shortstop Brady Nepper. Next, number 4, outfielder Luke Lawson from Powell, Tennessee, attended Halls High School. Graduate next month with a general studies degree. The son of Cale and Beth Lawson, brother to Lauren, and grandson of Pawpaw, Dee Dee, and Nana. He plans on attending UT Martin in the fall to study animal science or agriculture business and hopefully walk on to the UT Martin baseball squad. Luke Lawson. Next, another 3-year player, Drew Plummer, number 6, from Spring Hill, Tennessee. Attended Summit High School. He'll graduate in May with a degree in finance. The son of Bobby Plummer in Spring Hill, Stacy Plummer in Thompson Station. Brother to Brennan and Robbie, grandson of Poppy and Nana. In Franklin, Nana Sue in Hendersonville, and Mimi in Spring Hill, Tennessee. He plans on attending MTSU in the fall. Drew Plummer. Next is number 11, Cooper Wallace from Clarksville, Tennessee, a former Cougar of Clarksville Academy. He'll graduate in May, pre-physical therapy degree. The son of Matt Wallace and Tara Goodman, brother to Colton, and the grandson of Paul in Clarksville and Poppy in Daytona, Florida. He plans on attending UT Knoxville in the fall to pursue a kinesiology degree. Cooper Wallace. Next, number 12, Jack McLaury from Las Casas, Tennessee, attended Independence High School. He'll graduate in May with a degree of general studies, the son of Mike and Ashley McLaury, brother to Judd, grandson of Grandpa Mahoney and Grandma Deb there in Olowine, Iowa. Mimi is in Murfreesboro. He plans on attending Milligan University on a baseball scholarship, joining former Pioneers Brody Melton and Landon Luderman. Number 12, Jack McLaury. Next is Lex Falsoni, number 15, from Smyrna, Tennessee, Stewart's Creek High School. Business administration degree he'll get in May. The son of Jerry and Andrea Falsoni. He's got Grandma and Grandpa up in Flint, Michigan. He plans on entering the workforce to become a firefighter and work in turf installation. Ladies and gentlemen, catcher Lex Falsoni. Next is number 16, Gage Hoover from Smyrna, Tennessee. Also a Creeker from Stewart's Creek. He will graduate in the summer with a general studies degree. The son of Mike and Angie Hoover, brother to Michael. Hello to Pap and Grandma Homer and Pap and Grandma Hopper. They're all in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, superfans. He plans on attending MTSU in the fall, pursue a construction and concrete management degree. Outfielder Gage Hoover. Next is Devin Thrain, another 3-year player from Thompson Station, Tennessee. He's a Summit Spartan. He will graduate with an exercise science degree in May, the son of Patrick and Michelle Thrain. Grandparents up in Massachusetts, Nani, Grammy, and Grandpa. His future undecided, looking for a 4-year school to continue playing baseball. Center fielder Devin Thrain. Next is outfielder Carson Sanders, number 20, from Clarksville, Tennessee. He attended Clarksville High School. A biology degree he'll get in May. The son of Jared and Jill Sanders, brother to Claire. Grandparents Papa and Grandma in Lake Fork, Alba, Texas, and Pappy and Mammy in Houston, Texas. He plans on attending UT Knoxville in the fall to seek a biology pre-dentistry degree. Outfielder Carson Sanders. Next is number 24, Carter Waltz from Cuppertown, Tennessee, from Springfield High School. Graduate in the summer with a general studies degree. The son of Richard and Melanie Waltz and the brother to Noah. Hello to Pops and Nana there in Hendersonville. Granny's in Coopertown, Granddaddy and Graham in Springfield. He plans on attending UT Martin in the fall and study construction management, or maybe find a 4-year baseball opportunity for the left-hander Carter Waltz. Next up, another left-hander, 3-year player Parker White, number 25 from Knoxville, Tennessee. Attended Knoxville West High School. He'll graduate in May with a health sciences degree. The son of Paul White in Huntsville and Carrie Myers in Knoxville. Brother to Eli, Tanner, and Ellie. He has an OWA in Tazewell, Tennessee. He is planning on attending an as-yet undetermined 4-year school. Go Vols, Parker White. Next, another left-hander, a 3-year player, B.A. Braxton Alexander from Woodbury, Tennessee. Cannon County High School. He graduated already, December of 24, the general studies major. Son of Brian and Andrea Alexander, brother to Andrew, and grandparents Papa and Mimi. He will pursue a nursing degree or possibly find a 4-year school to continue his baseball career. Lefty Braxton Alexander. And next, number 27, Ryan Murphy, a 2.5-year player, transferred from LMU. He's from Clarksville, Tennessee, a former Wildcat at Clarksville High School. He'll graduate with a degree in general studies next month. The son of Mike Murphy and Melissa Kennedy. Has a grandma in Clarksville and a Grams in Massachusetts. He is undecided on his future, looking for a 4-year baseball opportunity or a career in law enforcement. Ladies and gentlemen, Ryan Murphy. Next, number 29, Caden Trigg from Bell Buckle, Tennessee, Rockvale High School. He'll graduate in the summer with a sports and leisure business management degree. The son of Mike and Karen Trigg, brother to Holly Wilson. Pawpaw and Mims are in Nashville. He plans on attending MTSU in the fall, unless he can find an opportunity to continue baseball as well. Next, number 34, Chip Don't Call Me Carter Harris from Clarksville, Tennessee, Clarksville High School. Graduate in the summer with a general studies degree. The son of Smith and Melinda Harris, brother to Smith, Sawyer, and Anna, has a G-Mama in Clarksville, also Pop and Nana up in Clarksville. He plans on entering the workforce to become an electrician. Chip Harris. And next, number 36, Max Castle, another from Clarksville, Tennessee. He attended Clarksville Academy. He'll graduate next month with a degree in accounting. The son of Glenn and Elizabeth Castle, brother to Casey, Caroline, and Harrison. Grandmummy's in Franklin, North Carolina. Mimi and Pawpaw in Cullowhee, North Carolina. He plans on attending a 4-year school to get a bachelor's degree in accounting. Max Castle. Next, Bryant Rascal from Montgomery, Alabama, number 37. He attended Macon East Academy. Transferred from Cumberland University. He'll also get an accounting degree in May. The son of Tim and Lauren Rascal, brother to Brady and Bryce. He has a Mimi in Northern Virginia and Gigi in Greenville, South Carolina. He is undecided on his future as well, looking for a 4-year opportunity. Bryant Rascal. And finally, a 3-year player, number 38, Caden Blackford. He's from White House, Tennessee, attended White House High School. He'll graduate in May with a marketing degree. The son of Jeff and Kim Blackford. Brother to Alexa and Davis. He's got a pop in Ridgetop, Tennessee. And Nana, she's in White House. He'll attend Western Kentucky University, seek a finance degree, and continue on to get his master's. Ladies and gentlemen, 21 sophomores, redshirt sophomores or redshirt freshmen, finishing their collegiate career in baseball here at Volunteer State Community College. Let's give them one last round of applause. Did you move the camera? Hey, I'm still on the air. I keep forgetting I'm still on the air. Talking to Alec Tromke about our broadcast and our video there. But I will also announce the Toyota of Gallatin starting lineups now. So, Jaden, go ahead and come up on our. Now it's time for our starting lineups, brought to you by Toyota of Gallatin. First for the visitors from Walter State with a record of 41-6-1. There are 20-5 in TCCAA. Leading off, playing shortstop, Cole Fenton. Batting second, playing right field, is Nate Connor. Jack Vogley's out in left field. He'll hit third. Tyler Myatt is the DH, batting cleanup. Batting fifth, Holden Pantier playing third base. Kenny Cox is behind the plate. He hits sixth. Walker Morgan at first base, batting seventh. Jack Torbett hitting eighth, playing second base. Batting ninth, playing center field, Taylor Harris. On the mound for the Senators, Aiden Robertson with a 9-1 record for his 13th start of the year. The Senators head coach out at the plate, Dave Shelton. Pitching coach Sean Robinson. They are assisted by Connery O'Donnell and Cody Henderson. Athletic director at Walter State is Derek Creech. Associate athletic director Avery Swinson. And now the starting lineup for your VolState Pioneers. Leading off, number 6, Drew Plummer playing second base. Reed Mashinsky bats second. He'll play right field. Easton Denning at first, hitting third. Gage Hoover is the cleanup hitter. He'll play left field. Scotty Dean behind the plate. He will bat fifth. Luke Lawson in center field hits sixth. Lex Falsoni is the DH, and he will bat seventh. The 8-hole hitter is A.J. Armstrong playing third base. And batting ninth, Brady Nepper. He'll play shortstop. And on the mound for the Pioneers, number 30, Eben Hansen, for his 12th start of the year. He has a 4-2 record. Pioneers are coached by Jim McGuire in his fourth year. He's assisted by Trevor Mutzi, the pitching coach, in his first year, and Lucas Wilburn, the volunteer assistant coach, in his first year. There is the Toyota of Gallatin starting lineup. Says the coaches are finished meeting with the umpires. Looks like we might have an on-time departure or an on-time start time at 11:55 on my watch. Team Pioneers will be taking the field. Of course, we cannot bring you the national anthem here. You may wonder why that is. It's because YouTube will kick us off if they hear too much music. We don't want that. So, beautiful day here for Sophomore Day. It is quite windy. We had some wind yesterday, but I think it's going to be ratcheting up. I think winds yesterday were around 10 miles an hour, 16 to 27 gust today, and it is blowing out. And not good news for VolState pitchers, as Walter State leads the country in home runs. They come in now with 93 after their 2 yesterday. A grand slam by Tyler Myatt and a 3-run home run, his 10th of the year. Holden Pantier. Myatt now with 21 home runs. He's tied for the lead in the nation in that category. As see VolState wearing their baby blues. And so we will take a break and come back right at the end of the national anthem. You're listening to the VolState Sports Network. And Kobe Ross says, play ball we will. Umpires for today's game, Mark McNabney and Trevor Stevens. Here all weekend long. We're here for yesterday's game. Mark McNabney will be behind the plate here for game 1 of the doubleheader. Trevor Stevens on the bases. They will switch for game 2. 2 7-inning scheduled games here in the TCCAA. Everybody else in action, I think, except for Chattanooga State. They get the weekend off. VolState comes in with a 10-13 record. It is now tied with Motlow State in 7th place. Tyler Myatt having an absolutely phenomenal year. He dropped out of the top spot in the batting average, the DH for Walter State. He went 1 for 3 in yesterday's game, and his batting average dipped down to 510. So he's now behind, can't remember his first name, maybe Ben Brock. Played against them earlier in the year from Swick, Southwestern Illinois College. He's hitting 512. Myatt leads the country in RBIs with 81. And he's tied with a young man named last name West with Gordon State College as the first pitch delivered by Eben Hansen at 11:59 Central Time. Game time temperature 77 degrees. Brought to you by Accurate Mortgage. That first pitch or second pitch that Cole Fenton sees. He does what he did yesterday and lines a base hit into left field.
Up to that note, Connor.
And fresh from his week away in Dallas, Athletic Director Bobby Hudson here from VolState, wearing his bright red VolState shirt. Just in time for Sophomore Day. Nate Connor steps to the plate. Left-handed hitting right fielder, and he swings and misses at the first pitch that he sees. Connor was 1 for 3 in yesterday's game, scored 3 runs. He walked 3 times, throw over to first. Fenton back in time. Fenton had a stolen base in yesterday's game. 5 wild pitches, 4 pass balls in yesterday's game. That changeup on the outside corner for a called strike. That's not a recipe to win a ball game. Neither is 14 walks, 2 hit batters, and an error. Give a team, especially a team like Walter State, 17 freebies, and then trips 90 feet further along. It's a good chance you're going to lose that game, and that's what VolState did yesterday, lost 19-2. 1-2 count, runner goes. Pitch is ball, and the throw down, 1 hop, but Fenton in under the tag. Oh, they called him. I didn't see him raise his hand. A late strikeout call and a Chick-fil-A Gallatin strikeout on a backward K to Nate Connor. I thought it was a pretty good-looking pitch. I did not see the right hand go up. Give a stolen base runner at second now with Jack Vogley at the plate. There's a breaking pitch that whispers at the outside corner for a called strike. Vogley went 0 for 3 in yesterday's game. He also walked twice and scored twice. Drove in a run with a bases loaded walk. Vogley, one of the top hitters, and that's a foul ball. Vogley's thinking it hit his hand. Dave Shelton, the head coach, coming down from third base. McNabney is now going to ask Trevor Stevens to come in to see if maybe he saw something different than he saw. Mr. McNabney thought he heard the ball hit the knob of the bat. Vogley he's a hitter. He's hitting 450. I'm pretty sure if he wasn't hit, he'd want to stay in there, but he's been plunked 17 times, and this might make 18. It will not. Now, Dave Shelton wants to get further explanation after the two umpires chatted. That'll be a strike, and Vogley will be down in the count 0-2. Vogley comes in with 68 RBIs, which would be probably tops on any other team. 0-2 pitch coming from Eben Hansen. Tapper foul at the plate. Who's going to go get it? Ends up being the catcher, Scotty Dean, the workhorse. Dean was behind the plate yesterday for Gavin King's start. Almost as many scouts here, popped up and out of play to the right side as there were yesterday. College scouts, pro scouts. It's good to be watched. Fenton at second, and the pitch is lifted out to center field. Luke Lawson backpedaling. He makes the catch for out number 2's. Throw to third is not going to be in time. Fenton will move up on the fly out. Wind blowing out to center field. Lawson playing relatively deep out there in center. Lawson in for Devin Thrain, who got hit in the head with a pitched ball yesterday, and he is sitting out the doubleheader today for precautionary reasons. And now Tyler Myatt, the DH, looks at his ball. It'll be a tough day if Evan Hansen doesn't get that call. Myatt 1 for 3 yesterday. He had 5 RBIs. And with a base open, I might just put him on. Take my chances with Holden Pantier. Excellent hitter himself, but breaking pitch misses outside. 3 balls and no strikes. Myatt hitting 510, which is second in the country, first in the conference. 21 home runs, 81 RBIs. That's either tied or first in the country as he draws the 4-pitch walk. And runners at first and third. Myatt has a 15-game hitting streak. Got a hit in his last at-bat yesterday. It was a grand slam off his former youth teammate Parker White. Myatt in those 15 games is hitting .574, has 41 RBIs, 8 home runs, 7 doubles. That one got into the kitchen of Holden Pantier, and he fisted it over to his dugout. First base down in the count 0-1. Pantier from Erie, Colorado. Myatt is on, fakes the move and does not go. Pitch called a strike. Hansen ahead 0-2. Trying to get out of the inning. Leadoff single by Cole Fenton. Strikeout and a fly out and then a walk. The runner does go this time, and they will not throw through. Myatt still has not reached second base. I guess you could call defensive indifference there. But I'm guessing Luke Williams down in the dugout is going to give him a stolen base. Runners now at second and third. 2 outs. 1-2 pitch. Swung on and missed. And Evan Hansen retires Pantier on a Chick-fil-A Gallatin strikeout to end the inning. 2 strikeouts in the inning. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, 2 runners left aboard. VolState a little better in that first inning than yesterday. Gave up 3 runs in yesterday's game. We'll be right back on the VolState Sports Network.
Have you ever wondered what happens when you click Buy It Now? A whole series of transactions take place, from the manufacturer to your front door.
That is logistics and supply chain management.
At VolState, we offer end-to-end supply chain courses.
Going into the future, our students need to understand these processes.
A lot of business is dependent upon getting a product on time.
Students here at VolState are able to leave here with that knowledge.
Because the supply chain
Is counting on me.
We're all working in the cloud. But what really is the cloud? If you start pulling back the clouds themselves, you find out it's an infrastructure. Computer science is really computer engineering. Right now,
Middle Tennessee is quickly becoming a growing tech hub with several IT companies that are looking for skilled workers.
if you're pursuing the CIT program at VolState, you're preparing yourself to fill those positions.
Aiden Robertson out on the mound for Walter State, the top pitcher in the league with a 9-1 record, 54 2/3 innings of work. He is tops in strikeouts with 86, tops with the ERA at 2.63, most wins. So I guess that's the triple crown for pitchers as well, earned run, wins, and strikeouts. So they have both of the Triple Crown winners, both at the plate and on the mound, they being Walter State. Number 4 team in the country coming in this week. Drew Plummer, who led off the game yesterday for VolState with a base hit, will stand in there against the right-hander Aiden Robertson. Robertson from Coffee County High School. He's Manchester, Tennessee, 6'1", 185. He's a sophomore. Not sure if he's committed or if there's a lot of radar guns lifted, and maybe he is possible draft pick here. First pitch is up to Plummer, and Robertson delivers, and that is hit out to right center field. Center fielder Taylor Harris was playing Plummer out there. Makes the catch for out number 1. We got information that says he's already signed to go to Virginia Tech, says Jaden Perez, our man on the street. Reed Mashinsky steps in. A couple of 3-year players for VolState, Drew Plummer, Reed Mashinsky. Mashinsky lines one. It's caught. No, it's not caught, says first base. And the home plate umpire is saying that it was caught. So a line out in my score sheet for out number 2. And now Easton Denning steps in. 2 out, nobody on. Denning looks at a fastball in the inside corner called strike. Easton hitting .318. 49 hits leads the club. 49 RBIs also leads the club. He has 3 home runs. 19 doubles, tied for the conference lead in that category, with left fielder Jack Vogley for Walter State. Easton 1 for 3 in yesterday's game. Breaking pitch swung on, and that got in on his handle. He was expecting a fastball and got out in front of that one and pulled it down the right field line, right in front of the pavilion. We like to call that the Bobby Hudson Pavilion. 1-2 pitch. A changeup looked like it moved away from his bat. Denning lucky to get something on that one. On deck is Gage Hoover. Telling you, Robertson looks to be max effort out there on the mound when he's throwing. Fastball high and away. One shutout and 2 complete games. That's off the fist. It's going to be 1 hop, 2, and that's going to get under the glove. Cole Fenton, that had some English on it. I would assume that's an infield hit for Easton Denning. And on the Toyota of Gallatin scoreboard, it's ruled a hit. Easton Denning hit a ball on about every part of his bat in that at-bat. One off the end of the bat, couple off the handle. And Gage Hoover steps in. So first things first, there goes the no-hitter. Hoover steps out of the way of the inside breaking pitch. Gage was 0 for 3 in yesterday's game. Looking to get back on the horse. Leads the club in hitting with a .333 batting average. Leading home run hitter for VolState with 10. Also has 45 RBIs. Robertson with a long pause and another breaking pitch in there for a called strike. Denning leads off first, not a threat to go. Fastball swung on a miss just above Hoover's bat. Count now 1 ball, 2 strikes. Robertson last pitched down in Jackson, Tennessee on April 11th. Only went 2 innings as that one's fisted foul. And was awarded the win. Baffled by that this late in the season, that Starting pitcher only goes 2 innings, and he's awarded the win. Typically, and that was a 7-inning game, so they had to go 5 innings. It was a 24-5 game, so the outcome was not in doubt. Breaking pitch and not called a strike. That was a close pitch. There was a lot of break on that curveball. Robertson looking into the dugout, wondering what's going on. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Denning on first with an infield single. Wind blowing out to right field. Time is called, a time violation. Robertson, I knew he's taking a lot of time out there on the mound. Not sure that he's worried about Denning. I'm not sure exactly why he's taking so long. Without a runner on, he was working very quickly. But now with Denning on base, he has slowed down tremendously. Full count Ministries, full count to Gage Hoover. Denning not being held on. He'll be off with the pitch. There he goes, and that is strike 3 called. And down goes Hoover on strikes. An excellent pitch at the knees on the outside corner. No runs, 1 hit, no errors. 1 runner left on base. Headed to the top of the second. We're scheduled for 7 in this contest. No score.
Cybercrimes take place online, and companies need more well-trained workers to stop it.
VolState is training me to help combat cybercrimes in the future.
We're training them for those type of jobs that are out there. VolState CIT programs prepare students to earn industry standard certifications within the IT industry.
I choose VolState because the future needs me now. My story could be your story.
A degree in criminal justice can help you find the exciting career that you've been looking for. As a member of law enforcement, as a crime scene investigator, a teacher in a classroom, a detective working on cases, a lawyer or judge, or nearly any job where you get to put the bad guys away. Learn more at volstate.edu.
No score as we head to the top of the second inning. Evan Hansen to face 6, 7, and 8 in the Walter State lineup. Kenny Cox, Walker Morgan, and Jack Torbett. Kenny Cox getting his first action of the series. Yesterday, Carson Cabbage was the starting catcher, and Walker Morgan, who is the first baseman in today's game, was the starting pitcher and got the win in yesterday's contest. He's now 6-0 on the mound, and Morgan also an excellent hitter, so very good two-way player for Walter State. Don't see that very often in JUCO baseball. Kenny Cox from Memphis, Tennessee, looks at a breaking pitch in there for a called strike. Cox hitting .435. This is his 27th game of the year. He's got 27 hits, 6 doubles, triple, and a home run, and he's now down in the count 0-2 as Hansen has snapped off 2 really nice breaking pitches in there for strikes. 28 RBIs for the redshirt freshman, 6'1", 225 pounds. Just a hair outside there. Evangelical Christian School down in Memphis. Fastball popped up to the left side, might be playable for Dean. He's hustling over, and he's going to get to the on-deck circle and make the catch before he crashes into the brick wall. He didn't crash. He's okay. You can see. Nice play. It's a second foul pop-up he's caught in a game plus. A good start to the second inning. Walker Morgan, 6'7", 230 pounds, and he laces one into center field. First pitch he sees, second hit of the game for the Senators. Morgan's been hot. Comes in with a 7-game hitting streak, now make it 8. He's hitting .396. That was his 37th hit of the year. Now Jack Torbert, who went 3 for 3 in yesterday's game. Second baseman for Walters State. Is it a fastball down low? Torbert hitting .434. Walters has 4 players, probably 5 now. Not sure if Walker Morgan's single put him above 400 now, but Torbert swings and misses. 5 players that are 400 or better. Swing and a miss on a high fastball. Hanson's got some swing and miss in that high fastball. Throws it upper 80s, low 90s. Looking for 4-year opportunities. He throws over and makes the 6-7 first baseman hit the deck. Morgan 2 for 3 in stolen bases, does not go, and the pitch is high. Count goes 2 balls and 2 strikes. On deck, Taylor Harris, center fielder, number 9 hitter for Walters State. 2-2 pitch from Hanson. Sharp breaking curveball and very good pitch. Torbert laid off of that one. Pretty close pitch with 2 strikes, and we'll have a full count Ministries, full count. Stay tuned after the game. We'll have the full count Ministries verse of the game on this Good Friday. A swing and a miss on a ball in the dirt. Nice block there by Scotty Dean. And the Chick-fil-A of Gallatin strikeout, the third of the game for Hanson. Evans got some folks here cheering him on. He's 6'2", 190-pound sophomore from Maynardville. And that ball's going to get in the dirt and move Morgan up to second base. But that is a wild pitch in my score sheet. Hanson from Maynardville, Tennessee. A couple of years ago, as he finished high school at Union County High School, he was named the TBCA 2A Player of the Year. Went to King University out of high school. Swing and a miss. Another block there by Scotty Dean. And a ball down. 1-1 count to Harris. Harris from Woodstock, Georgia. He was 0 for 3 in yesterday's game. 1-1 pitch coming. Morgan a big lead out at second base. Another breaking pitch low and away. And a throw was going to get over the head of Hanson. Good thing Drew Plummer wasn't too poor to pay attention. Ends up coming in to get that errant throw, and Morgan stays at second. Hanson, the son of Carl and Jane Hanson. Brother to Neely. Swing and a miss on another high fastball. That must look good to these Walters State pitchers. The wind blowing out. They want to hit it high and let it fly, I guess. Leading home run clubbing team in the country with 93. Harris smokes one past the diving A.J. Armstrong down the left field line. That'll score Morgan Harris on his way to second with a 2-out double and RBI for Harris. That's his 45th of the year, his 13th double. That breaking pitch hung up there a little bit too long. Walters State now leads 1-0 on the third hit. Cole Fenton stands in. He had the first hit of the game. Foul tipped. A fastball that was coming back into Fenton. True freshman, 5'10", 165 pounds. He's from New Bern, Tennessee. Originally committed to Dyersburg State. Then when the head coach left, he hits one right to his counterpart, Brady Nepper. Gloves and throws over to Denning for the final out of the second inning. Walters State gets on the Toyota of Gallatin scoreboard. 1 run, 2 hits, no errors, 1 runner left on base. You're listening to the VolState Sports Network.
Hey, Jake, that personal price you gave me was a home run. I can't wait to give you some free baseball lessons.
Man, I'm really excited about this myself. But you do realize the thing with Toyota of Gallatin is everybody gets the personal price. It's what makes us special.
Wait, what? Everybody gets it?
Everybody gets it.
Let's play ball.
Okay.
Jake, you ready?
Let's do this, Coach. Hey, Coach, this is pretty easy.
We'll see about that.
Oh, I think I pulled something.
Yeah, better luck next time, old man.
I think I'm done, Coach. Call 911.
VolState coming to bat here in the bottom of the second inning. 5, 6, and 7 due up against Aiden Robertson. That'll be Scotty Dean, Luke Lawson, and Lex Falsoni. 3 players finishing their careers here at VolState. Scotty Dean, a transfer from Chattanooga State, will end up with only 1 year here at Pioneer Land. Scotty steps in. He is on a doubles streak, Scotty Dean. 5 straight games with doubles as he looks at a breaking pitch in there for a called strike. Scotty had a double in yesterday's contest. Scored both of the runs for VolState. Fouls that fastball off. He went 2 for 2, scored twice, had a do-dat double, and also walked on base all 3 times, and made him the Toyota of Gallatin player of the game. Down in the count 0-2. Hits one out the left field. I think it will just go foul. Scotty must have thought that was going to be foul by a lot more margin than it get out of the dirt area. Good thing that that didn't hit fair territory. He might have been thrown out at first. Count remains 0 balls and 2 strikes. Aiden Robertson, max effort, gets Scotty Dean swing on the sweeper. Second straight strikeout for the strikeout leader in the conference. And it's Luke Lawson time. Redshirt freshman from Halls, Tennessee. Luke was 1 for 2 in yesterday's game. He was also hit by a pitch, but not injured like Devin Thrain. Chopper to second. Charging and getting on the short hop was Jack Torbett. That was a do-or-die situation there. He gloves and throws over to Walker Morgan to retire Luke Lawson. First 2 retired by Robertson. And Lex Falsoni gets his first at-bat of the series. Lex having a great year at the plate, hitting .291. He has 7 bombs, 25 RBIs. This is his 19th game of the year as the fastball yanked glove side and ball 1. Wonder if our super fan, the Tostinsons, are out of town. Haven't heard from them. It's Easter weekend. Happy Good Friday to everybody out there. The precursor to the greatest event that's ever happened in human history. Easter Sunday. Swing and a miss on another breaking pitch. Dr. T and Kyle Tostinson probably visiting children, I would guess, somewhere, maybe down in Georgia. She might check the score, though. Falsoni apparently does hold up as they check down with Trevor Stevens down the first base line. Falsoni started to offer on the big sweeper that landed in the left-handed batter's box. Let's see if Robertson comes back with it again or a fastball up. 2-2 pitch. Fastball up it is. And a full count Ministries full count with A.J. Armstrong on deck. Looks like about a dozen people here with radar guns as Falsoni draws the walk. And A.J. Armstrong stands in. Paul from Woodbury was here yesterday. Got to meet him and some of his friends. Not here today. I think A.J.'s parents, Jack, is just a little bit inside. May not have been a fastball. Actually straight. May have been a changeup. I think he's throwing about low 90s, maybe gets to mid 90s. 1-0 pitch coming after the throw to first base. Armstrong was 1 for 3 in yesterday's game, had one of the 2 RBIs, had an infield single. Got an RBI on a ground out to second. VolState down 1-0. Breaking pitch misses low and away. Jack Vogel, he's out in left field. Taylor Harris, he's more in right center than center field. Nate Connor in right field. Holden Pantier at third. Cole Fenton at short. Jack Torbett at second. Morgan Walker, the first baseman. Kenny Cox catching Aiden Robertson, who pours a fastball right down Broadway. Armstrong 6'1", 225, a freshman business major. Paul and Nana there in Woodbury. He's got a sister, Kaylee. 2-sport star at Cannon County. Baseball and basketball, all conference, both sports. Hitting .274. 5 doubles, 2 home runs, 18 RBIs, nearly plunked for the second time this year. Leading the conference in a stat you don't probably think about or look at very often, but he's drawn more walks per at-bat than anybody. Came into the series at right about 27% of the time that he would draw a walk. Full count Ministries, full count, a swing and a miss on a high fastball. Second strikeout of the inning. That ends the second for VolState. No runs, no hits, no errors. 1 runner left on base. Heading to the top of the third, you're listening to the VolState Sports Network.
The demand for mechatronics professionals is on the rise. Students get to earn a wage and college credit simultaneously via our work-based learning program. This hands-on experience gives them a competitive edge in the job market. Industries like automotive, aerospace, electronics, healthcare, and even mining rely heavily on these systems. These positions offer competitive salaries and a chance to contribute to the cutting-edge technologies that are shaping the world around us. Join us in pioneering the future of manufacturing through the power of mechatronics. Visit volstate.edu to start blazing your pathway now. Classes are available now at the Gallatin and Cookeville campuses. Every day, all around the nation, people find themselves in need of a hero. Fire and emergency medical responders are those heroes we need. They make the difference between life and death. If you desire to make a difference in your community, VolState is leading the way in training everyday heroes. We offer EMS, paramedic, and fire science programs. Spring 2024 enrollment is now open. Visit volstate.edu to learn more.
Tim Reese back on the VolState Sports Network. All-world trainer Justin McKinney out to take a look at Scotty Dean's throwing hand. As I'm not sure what happened. If it was on a receiving during the warm-up tosses here, or it happened while he was batting. He just batted in the inning, struck out, but it looks like Scotty Dean's going to come out of the game. So wonder if J.C. Menendez will come in to take his place. Lex Falsoni, the other catcher, is the DH. So I don't think Jim McGuire would burn the DH. And honestly, I don't really know how that works. I never did coach at this level. And I mean, we did play in college with a DH, but I didn't ever have to worry about when you burn the DH, what happens. But I know he doesn't want our pitchers hitting. That's for sure. But Scotty Dean would come out. I wonder if the 33 is in for 32, so that's J.C. Menendez that will come in for Scotty. So don't have to worry about Falsoni being burned. J.C. Menendez, a redshirt freshman from Miami, Florida. I'm not sure what happened with Scotty, but they were looking at his right hand. Scotty out of Clarksville Rossview High School, finishing his time here, his 1 year at VolState after transferring from Chattanooga State, where the conference tournament will be held this year on May 2nd through May 7th. Bobby Hudson, our athletic director here at VolState, will be there. It's the final hurrah for Tammy Swinson, the athletic director for Chattanooga State. I guess she was she not the athletic director when we had it up there a few years ago, or seemed like it was. Can't remember if she's been the AD for 3 years or 4 years. She told me at the conference basketball tournament she might have been. Another company did the broadcast of the tournament that time, but myself and Jay Harper of the Game Time Sports Network will be broadcasting the tournament this year. I'll be handling baseball, and Jay Harper will handle the softball games. J.C. Menendez now behind the plate, catching Eben Hansen. Nate Connor, Jack Vogley, and Tyler Myatt to face Eben Hansen in his third inning of work. Hansen, one of the top pitchers in the conference as well. Chopper down the right side. It's foul, handled by Easton Denning. Hansen second in the conference in ERA with 3.02 earned run average. He is ninth in the conference in innings pitched, and he has just plunked Nate Connor. First hit batter of the game. Walter State gets hit a lot. They've been hit now 103 times. That's Connor's seventh time to be hit, and he was nearly picked off. Easton Denning thought they got him. Jack Vogley flew out to center field, a productive out, but Fenton, who was at second and moved over to third, was stranded there. Strikeout of Holden Pantiers, another throw over first base. Is that big Trent Miller right there? Walking in with the good hat? Former VolState right-hander from Greenbrier, Tennessee. Trent looking pretty good. Wearing a good hat, as a matter of fact. Vogley could not hold up on that swing, and down in the count 0-1. Another throw over to first. Breaking pitch misses outside. Count goes 1 ball, 1 strike. VolState will have a midweek game. It's Wednesday, I believe, April 23rd. Travel to Vincennes, Indiana to play 1 9-inning game. I will not be traveling on that trip. Close on the inside fastball there, misses down. I will travel on the final series of the year down to Jackson, Tennessee. It'll be Friday, April 25th. Throw over and close, but Connor is back. He might have been going on that pitch. Connor with 11 stolen bases. He has not been caught this year. So a single game on Friday the 25th and doubleheader on the 26th at Jackson. VolState will hope to play all 3 of those games this year. Last year didn't get that last full game in. 3-1 count to number 1-3, Jack Vogley. Throw over, not in time. Vogley from Loveland, Ohio. A lovely place. A suburb of Cincinnati, Ohio. My hometown. I was Coleraine. Breaking pitch in there for a called strike and a full count. Ministries full count. Loveland, I believe near Wyoming, and it's a little farther out than Norwood. Loveland, a nice place. Another throw over to first, Connor back. If you are a family member of Jack Vogley and live in the southern Ohio area, you can send me an email, treesports@gmail.com. Full count pitch is high. And Connor, who was on the move of the pitch, will get down to second base. First 2 have reached here in the top of the 3rd on a hit by pitch and a walk. Second walk of the ball game. Tyler Myatt, who drew the first walk, coming to the plate, but not before Trevor Mootsie will have a conflab with Eben Hansen, the right-hander for VolState. Hansen has had a number of walks, 32 this year. Only given up 38 hits, though, in his 53 2/3. Hansen, a very quiet young man, does his talking on the mound. He's 3rd in the conference in strikeouts. Came in with 65, actually tied with Turner Junkins of Cleveland State. Not sure if Junkins pitched yesterday, the doubleheader. Okay, so our home plate umpire is letting us know that we've not only had a mound visit, we had an offensive meeting. He doesn't know that nobody up here is keeping track of that, but he's doing his due diligence. He's at least notifying for the broadcast. We are all set. Everybody done meeting. It's time to play baseball. Myatt swings at the first pitch. It's a breaking pitch, and he comes up empty. Walked, stole second, but was stranded at second in the first. Slugging at over a 1, which is amazing as he swings again at a slower breaking pitch. He has struck out 30 times, walked 21, been hit 6, gets on base at a 575 clip. Swing and a miss, and he's down on strikes. Good morning, good afternoon, and good night. Young man, Tyler Myatt, has a resolution in his name, Senate Joint Resolution 339, that was sponsored by the state senator, I believe it's Stephen Sutherland, up in Hamblin County. And Tyler Myatt, on occasion of winning the Conference Player of the Week, I think he's been the Player of the Week several times, but in doing some prep work, saw this resolution in his name. That's kind of interesting. 1-0 count to Holden Pantier, and he gets hit by a pitch right on that left elbow. Second hit batter in the inning. And the bases are loaded. 3 freebies mixed in with a Chick-fil-A Gallatin strikeout, the 4th of the game. Now Kenny Cox steps in with 1 out and the bases juiced. Called strike. Cox popped out to Scotty Dean, leading off the second inning. We're going to have to find our state senator because VolState softball player Amaya Colliers. That one's lifted down the right field line. If it's fair, it's trouble, and it is fair. Right on the right field line. 2-run score as the ball gets back into the infield. Kenny Cox fights one off right down the right field line for a 2-run double.
After that, Walker Morgan.
Nate Connor, who was hit by a pitch, and Jack Vogley, who was walked, come in to score, and Walter State now leads 3-0 on their 4th hit of the game. 2nd extra base hit. Walker Morgan singled on the first pitch he saw in the 2nd inning. Steps in with 1 out, runners at 2nd and 3rd, gets a overhand breaking pitch, called a ball. Kenny Cox's 7th double of the year, and now RBI's 29 and 30. 6-7 is Walker Morgan, and that pitch was too high. Surprised J.C. Menendez could have caught it. Blocked the breaking pitch, and 3-0 to Morgan. Amaya Collier, the shortstop for the Lady Pioneers, 20th in the country. She was named the National Division I JUCO Player of the Week. I'm going to tell you, she had a week. There's a fastball right down Broadway. Said she hit over 720. I had the stats for her in a 16-game hitting streak. She got 2 hits in the Jackson State series on Wednesday to make it 18. There's a breaking pitch in there for a called strike. And Hanson has worked his way back to a full count Ministries full count. But Amaya Collier from Russellville, Kentucky, first-year player for Vol State, is having a Tyler Myatt type season. The problem is she missed 18 games in the middle of it. Full count, first pitch foul ball off the bat of Walker Morgan. On deck, Jack Torbett, second baseman. Collier, one of the leading home run and RBI leaders in JUCO softball. She's near the top in the conference. Full count pitch, another one fouled back. But since she missed 18 games, that's hampered her in the national rankings of home runs. I think the leader there had 36 or 37 when she picked up her 18th home run. Lady Pioneers play a doubleheader at Southwest Tennessee today. Full count pitch. Another foul ball off to the right side. Walker Morgan hanging tough. Mark McNabney, the home plate umpire, signals he needs some more baseballs. Stay tuned. After the game, we will have our full count Ministries verses of the game today. Going to go multi-verses. And another pitch too high to the 6-7 first baseman. Third walk of the game by Hanson. And 4 free bases given up in the inning, plus a double by Kenny Cox. And that was the recipe for disaster in yesterday's game. Vol State walked 14 batters, hit 2, and allowed 1 to reach on an error. Jack Torbett steps in, strikeout victim in the 2nd. Looks at a breaking pitch that misses. Big thanks to Amy Goolsby for taking pictures for Sophomore Day today. Popped up into right field. That is sky high. Reed Mashinsky have a play in fair territory. Tagging from third is Holden Pantier. Kenny Cox stays at second. And a sac fly RBI for Jack Torbett. Out number 2. Walter State now leads 4-0. 1 in the first, 3 so far here in the third. Taylor Harris knocked in the first run with a double down the third base line. A screamer past the diving A.J. Armstrong. Fouls that one off to the left side. Torbett from Johnson City Science Hill High School got the sac fly RBI. Harris pops this one up in the infield. That is mile high. A.J. Armstrong, no, there's no way. J.C. Menendez, he calls for that ball, and it falls. That is the wrong play right there. Catcher can't catch a ball out by the pitcher's mound. That falls for a double. RBI to Taylor Harris. Over to third goes Walker Morgan. Cox comes in to score. That was either Eben Hansen's ball or A.J. Armstrong. So an infield pop-up brings Cole Fenton to the plate. Nobody covering second base, so Harris moves down to second. Ninth batter of the inning is Cole Fenton. He squares around a bunt, pulls it back on a high breaking pitch. So now 4 runs in the inning. I said they scored 1 in the first. They did not. Scored 1 in the second. 4 so far here in the third. Still batting with runners at second and third. Lifted out to left field. Gage Hoover comes on to make the catch to retire Fenton for out number 3. Walter State sends 9 to the plate. 2 pickup hits. One of them should have been out number 3, but it was not. 4 runs on 2 hits. No errors. 2 runners left on base. Heading to the bottom of the third, VolState down 5-0.
Welcome to the VolState Nursing Lab. The simulation lab allows students to come in a safe environment and practice real-world patient care without worrying about harming patients. We have 5 high-fidelity mannequins that we use with our nursing students in our lab to simulate real-world scenarios that they're going to see once they're out in the hospitals working. We have an adult mannequin, as you see here. She simulates everything from a normal patient to wounds to trachs, IVs. You can give her medications. We have pediatric mannequins. We have a mom mannequin. We also have other models where students can start IVs. They can put tubes and drains in. They can remove tubes and drains, do wound care. Also, if we lose clinical placement, then students can still simulate those real-world experiences in the lab to get the same experience and be prepared when they graduate and enter the workforce as a nurse.
Aiden Robertson back out on the mound for Walter State. He has a 5-run lead now. He'll face for the first time the number 9 hitter in the lineup for VolState. Walter State has batted around twice, and their leadoff batter has batted 3 times. 2 hit batters in that top of the third. 2 walks, 2 doubles. Brady Nipper, transfer from Cumberland University. He's going to take one in the back for the second free pass. First one was a walk. And now back to the top of the lineup, Drew Plummer, who flew out to the center fielder, who's playing well over into right center field. I guess they're thinking the VolState hitters cannot get around on the fastball by Aiden Robertson. Left fielder and right fielder playing mostly straight away, but Taylor Harrison center well over into right. First pitch to Plummer misses inside. Saw his mom Stacy is here. Sure if Poppy and Nanny are or not. There's a breaking pitch in there for a called strike. Bob and Lynn Plummer, super fans, throw over to first. Nepper back in time. Big target over there at first base, Walker Morgan. 6'7" from Montgomery, Alabama. That's the Rascal family. Wonder if the Rascals competed against Walker Morgan down there at Montgomery, Alabama. He went to Home Life Academy. Plum's mom, Stacy, she's from Thompson Station. His dad, Bobby Plummer, from Spring Hill. Swing and a miss. Count goes 2 balls and 2 strikes. The 5'11", 170-pound redshirt sophomore, Mr. Graybeard, a former Summit Spartan. He and Devin Thrain, high school teammates. I believe there might be a Summit Spartan on the Senators. 2-2 pitch. Plum gets a piece of that one. I think there was for Roan State. Let's see if I can quickly look. There is not. I am mistaken. 2-2 pitch. Popped foul. That'll get over the maintenance shed. Be a tough one to find for whoever's hunting baseballs for VolState. Waiting to see who's coming out behind the dugout. Apparently nobody looking for those $9 baseballs today. Budget's gotten fatter apparently at VolState. That's lifted out to right field. Nate Connor to be backed up by Taylor Harris. Makes the catch for out number 1. Athletic Director Bobby Hudson says he don't know about that. That budget has not been increased as of yet. No big donor showing up yet, Bobby. Want to come in here and turf the baseball field and the softball field. Looking for Garth Brooks. That's who I'm looking for. Swing and a miss by Mashinsky. He lined out to the first baseman, Walker Morgan, on a shoestring catch. He goes to the right side and fouls that one off. Count 0-2. Lady Pioneers up on Southwest 8-0 in the top of the 4th. Lady Pioneers have secured second place in the conference. We'll play again on Monday out of conference. They'll take on Snead State out of Alabama. I plan on broadcasting that right here on the VolState Sports Network. It's a different game, college softball, than college baseball, and I've grown to love it. I really enjoy watching that game. A lot less time between pitches and between innings than we have. Speaking of less time, Aiden Robertson taking too much time. That's his second pitch clock violation. Count will go 2 balls and 2 strikes. On number 2, formerly number 14, he and Corbin Overbay last year made the switch. Reed stayed with 2. That is a changeup that just dropped. It got to the plate and dropped. I assume, maybe it's some other pitch that he throws, but Mashinsky went down looking. That's the 4th strikeout of the game. What a pitch that is. After Robertson hit Brady Nepper, Plummer is flied out to right. Now Mashinsky, the 4th strikeout victim of Robertson, brings up Easton Denning. He swings at a fastball and fouls it into the parking lot. Let's see if that draws some glass. Yesterday during batting practice for VolState, somebody parked out there, and actually a lot of people parked out there, and one of them was unfortunate to have a baseball land in her back seat, right in the middle of the back windshield, a white Dodge Charger. John Ripel pulling up to the game, listening to the live stream. Come on up to the press box, John. Bobby's up here. He wants to see you. Former volunteer assistant coach here, and now the head coach at JP2, now known as Pope Prep. Denning swings through that one. John says you can sell your world-famous hamburgers at the conference tournament, boost the athletic budget. Runner goes. Pitch is fouled at the plate. John Rappel lives right around the corner here in Gallatin. It's a Catholic school. They got Good Friday off. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Easton Denning. Started and played in every game for VolState this year. Fouls another one off to the left side. I don't know who hit that ball, hit that charger. Pitch is high and away. Who hit that? Gage Hoover. It's Hudson Blank that hit the other one that went in a side up there in left field. These students are going to have to learn you can't park in that parking lot on game day, especially during batting practice. 2-2 pitch, runner goes. Pitch is hammered high and deep but foul. Hey, you two guys that are down there looking for Easter egg baseballs, you'll find that one. That's Brady Davis and R.J. Moore, I believe, that are hunting. Denning got underneath that one. If Easton Denning gets a hold of one, it will go over the trees in right field. He hit one about 4/5 of the way up once. Only 3 home runs on the year. 2-2 pitch. Runner does not go, and that's high and outside. And on Full Count Ministries, Full Count. We use Full Count Ministries broadcast equipment on the road. I'll be using that when we go to Jackson, Tennessee. And we've got a batter timing violation, and Easton Denning strikes out. He did not get into the box apparently quick enough to meet the time restraints of Trevor Stevens. So that will be a strikeout in the books, the 5th of the game, and the inning is over. No runs, no hits, no errors. 1 runner is left on base. 5-0 after 3. VolState trails.
Man, thanks to that ball and personal price you gave me, I was able to scoop me up some new kicks.
Really? I like those. You look like you're ready for a marathon now.
You know, on second thought, we're always looking for some fresh talent. Have you thought about going back and playing?
Really? Man, have I ever. Wow.
Go to the go. There you go, buddy.
Jake.
You for real, Coach?
Yeah.
Well, here's the thing about the personal price, Coach. Everybody at Toyota Gallatin gets it. That's what makes us so special.
Well, on second thought, I think we're all booked up.
Come on, Coach. For real? Give me a shot.
We'll pass.
Oh, come on. Wow.
Jake Thompson, the sales manager, general sales manager there at Toyota of Gallatin, Facebook actor and conference coach of the year in TCCAA basketball. Johnny Lynn on that commercial right there. Nate Connor leads off for the 2nd straight inning. Fouls the first pitch he sees from Evan Hansen. Hansen's changeup misses out. You weren't with us last inning. Scotty Dean had to come out of this game with an injury on his right hand. J.C. Menendez now behind the plate catching Evan Hansen. Hansen out his 12th appearance, all start, so he gets a breaking pitch that lands in the strike zone. Nate Connor back for his 2nd year. He's also from Johnson City, Tennessee, Science Hill High School. They have 3 from Science Hill on the squad. That ball's hit well out to right field. If it's fair, it's gone, but it's going to be gone, but it's going to be foul. So he hooked that one to the right of the fair pole down the right field line. 320, 322-ish down the lines. 350 in right center field, 355 in left center. 380 to dead center. Wind is blowing out, gusting up to 27 miles an hour. There's a fastball that misses just outside. If you want to join the show, send an email to treesports@gmail.com. I'll give you a shout out. Let me know who you're rooting for, who you are, where you're watching from. 2-2 pitch. Another change up and misses out. Now it's saying 18 to 30 miles an hour, 80 degrees. Full count, Ministries, full count. Breaking pitch fouled straight back. Home plate up. Stewie got some. Devin Thrain joining us up here in the press box. Out with an injury to his noodle. Connor fouls this one out of play. Hope folks are using sunscreen today. It is a lot of sun here in Middle Tennessee. We're in Gallatin, about 20 miles northeast of Nashville, Music City, USA, up in the heart of Sumner County. Full count pitch. Connor staying right on it. Struck out looking in the first, was hit by a pitch and scored in the third. It's tough when you're hitting 372 on the year and you're bringing the team batting average down. Connor draws a walk. That would lead most teams. Connor, a good player. Starting lineup up and down. Top hitting teams in the country. They do have the #1 batting average as a team. Vogley looks at a breaking pitch in there for a called strike. It's the fourth walk of the game by Hanson. Also has hit a batter. Vogley flew out to center and walked and scored in the third as well. 3 doubles in the game amongst their 5 hits. One of them went about 30 feet between home plate and pitcher's mound. An I got it, you take it type situation on a pop-up. Blocked by Menendez, but it scurried far enough away that Connor moves down to second base on the wild pitch. Second wild pitch of the game for Hanson. Now a runner in scoring position with a 1-1 count to Vogley. Ground ball to the left side. One hopper to Armstrong. He gloves. Throws in the dirt. Dug out of there. Backhand by Easton Denning to retire Vogley for out #1.
Up to that,
Tyler Myatt's going to come to the plate with a base open down at first base. He came to the plate in the same situation. Actually a runner at third in the first inning, and he drew a 4-pitch walk. Was not intentional, but was an unintentional intentional walk. Myatt likes to swing at the first pitch, does not offer at that pitch. Called a ball inside, pretty close on the inside corner. Myatt 0 for 1. He struck out in the third. Swung at 3 pitches offered by Hanson. Came up empty all 3 times. Similar time as yesterday. And a diving play by Drew Plummer on a ground ball, and he comes up and throws Myatt out. Put a star by that one. Down to third goes Connor as Myatt had a base hit taken away by Drew Plummer. Put a gold star on the score sheet there. Plum had one like that yesterday against Myatt in the first inning. Myatt got the RBI as the bases were loaded, but Plummer just stole a hit from Tyler Myatt. Holden Pantier comes up, fouls the first pitch he sees, straight back. He's 0 for 1, struck out in the first, was hit by a pitch and scored. There he is, the man. Everybody's favorite, John Ripel. Have a seat, buddy. Holding Pantier, 0-1 count, and he's going to get hit by a pitch. Second time he's been plunked. Might need to get that target off. Runners now at the corners, 2 outs in the top of the 4th. John, how's Pope Prep doing? What's the record this year? No? But, I mean, you got some wins, right? Okay. Last year at this time, I think you were winless when all right. Okay. Throw over to first. Pantier is back. How many is that? Got 4 wins? Okay. Young team. You got a Belmont signee, right? Breaking pitch grounded to third. Armstrong had it in his hand. Now picks it up, throws over to first. Safe call. I thought he had Kenny Cox at first, but that'll end up being an error on AJ. He went to throw to second. The ball popped out of his hand. He picked it back up, and I thought he threw over to first. Did you get that on the camera? I wonder if we can watch that. Not that it'll matter. It's not like Trevor Stevens is going to change his mind, but high fly ball to right field. Mashinsky calling for it, loses his lid. But Nate Connor did score on the error. Pantier goes down to second base as Walker Morgan flies out to Mashinsky in right field to end the inning. They score an unearned run on no hits, 1 error, 2 runners left on base. Heading to the bottom of the 4th, VolState.
Welcome to the VolState Nursing Lab. The simulation lab allows students to come in a safe environment and practice real-world patient care without worrying about harming patients. We have 5 high-fidelity mannequins that we use with our nursing students in our lab to simulate real-world scenarios that they're going to see once they're out in the hospitals working. We have an adult mannequin, as you see here. She simulates everything from a normal patient to wounds to trachs, IVs. You can give her medications. We have pediatric mannequins. We have a mom mannequin. We also have other models where students can start IVs. They can put tubes and drains in. They can remove tubes and drains, do wound care. Also, if we lose clinical placement, then students can still simulate those real-world experiences in the lab to get the same experience and be prepared when they graduate and enter the workforce as a nurse.
Gage Hoover, J.C. Menendez, and Luke Lawson scheduled to face Aiden Robertson, the starter for the Senators. He has faced 12 batters in the first 3 innings. Allowed a base runner in each, but only 1 base runner. Single in the first, a walk in the second, and a hit batter in the third. Hoover struck out looking to end the first, steps to the plate. The former Creeker, Stewart's Creek High School, takes a healthy cut there and comes up empty. He's a sophomore playing his last series, last doubleheader. Another swing and a miss. Son of Mike and Angie Hoover and brother to Michael. Pap and Grandma Homer, they're in Pittsburgh. So are Pap and Grandma Hopper. And that a very close 0-2 pitch called ball 1. Super fans. Homers and the Hoppers. 1-2 pitch, low and away. Nice backhand there by Kenny Cox, the catcher. Scheduled for 7 innings here in game 1 of the doubleheader. Hear the wind blowing in our crowd mic out there. 2-2 pitch. is a strike 3 called, and Hoover's down on strikes for the second time looking. 6 strikeout. I thought the third pitch looked better than that pitch. But that pitch right there has been called a strike a lot. Not only today, but in JUCO baseball. And J.C. Menendez will get his first at-bat. He came on for Scotty Dean. He fouls the first pitch off. Juan Carlos Menendez, 5'11", 200-pound redshirt freshman. Counting major here at VolState. Son of Ozzie and Ileana Menendez. Grandparents down in Miami. Papa and Abby and Grandma Sarah and Ray. Getting his first at-bat of the weekend. And it's not even the weekend. Series normally on Friday and Saturday, but for Easter weekend, it's Thursday and Friday. Today is his roommate, Jaden Perez, also from Miami, rooting from the press box. JC's got a couple home runs, 9 RBIs in limited action. Looks at a breaking pitch, apparently a little up. Count goes 2 balls and a strike. Playing in his 12th game of the year. Fastball away. JC's drawn 5 walks. Also been hit twice in 34 plate appearances. 3-1 pitch is low, and VolState getting the speed on the base paths. J.C. Menendez draws the base on ball. Second walk of the game by Aiden Robertson now brings up Luke Lawson. Luke came in hitting .286, grounded out the second on a chopper in the second inning. Does not swing at the first pitch here. Fouls that one back, nearly hit a bird flying over. I look up to see that one going by. I see a bird flying through, and the man who wants to study animal science probably, it's not how he wants to kill a bird. He's a hunter. He's an outdoorsman. Several of them on this team. I know Carter Waltz was out hunting turkeys the other day, and it wasn't with his car. 1-1 pitch to Lawson, squaring around the bunt, pulls the bat back. Pitch called a strike, throw down to first, and JC back in time. It's like Kenny Cox may have stepped on home plate umpire Mark McNabney's foot. McNabney reached down, cleaned off his steel-toed shoe. 1-2 pitch coming to Lawson. Another foul ball back. Somebody find that $9 baseball. John Ripel wearing his big Cleveland Guardians hat. He follows them pretty closely. Clevelander. He's one of them northern Ohioans. Ground ball too short. Could be 2. It hops up to Fenton. He bobbles, and he's not going to be able to get Lawson. Down to second goes Menendez. That'll be an error on Cole Fenton. First error of the series by Walter State, and that brings Lex Falsoni to the plate. He drew a walk in his first plate appearance. Let's see if Lex could cut the deficit right here. I'm going to go ahead and use yard card with Lex Falsoni. Wind blowing out to center and right center. A fastball in the outside corner for a called strike. Play a little game up here in the press box called, I call it yard card. I don't know what these younger guys, is that what you call it, John? It's not going to be a yard card. This is not going to get out of the infield. Popped up. That's an infield fly rule. And 6'7" Walker Morgan over the 5'11". Jack Torbett says, I got it, and he does. So I lose my yard card for this game. Now 2 outs and 2 on. Brings up A.J. Armstrong. You hear the Star Wars theme. That's in honor of his first name, Anakin. Anakin Jack Armstrong. Looks at a pitch right down Broadway for a called strike. I didn't know this, but those of you that are Star Wars fans probably did. Apparently, Darth Vader's first name actually is Anakin. You knew that, John? Fouled over the screen. Count now 0-2. Robertson trying to wiggle off the hook with 2 on here. VolState still looking to scratch. Score a run. Framework Athletics first run of the game. I'd like to thank our sponsors. Game Time Sports Field and Line to Line. The Rock Place. Framework Athletics. Hit after hit. Jersey Mike's. Had a Jersey Mike's number 9 regular sub yesterday. Armstrong stays on that breaking pitch. Fouls it back. Drew Moorhead, freshman, will deliver some fresh baseballs to the home plate umpire. Chick-fil-A of Gallatin, of course, new sponsor for us this year. Cultivate Performance out of Lebanon, and a swing and a foul tip into the mitt. And down goes Armstrong for the second time swinging. And the 7th strikeout by Aiden Robertson. We're through 4. Walter State leads 6-0. You're listening to the VolState Sports Network.
The demand for mechatronics professionals is on the rise. Students get to earn a wage and college credit simultaneously via our work-based learning program. This hands-on experience gives them a competitive edge in the job market. Industries like automotive, aerospace, electronics, healthcare, and even mining rely heavily on these systems. These positions offer competitive salaries and a chance to contribute to the cutting-edge technologies that are shaping the world around us. Join us in pioneering the future of manufacturing through the power of mechatronics. Visit volstate.edu to start blazing your pathway now. Classes are available now at the Gallatin and Cookeville campuses. Every day, all around the nation, people find themselves in need of a hero. Fire and emergency medical responders are those heroes we need. They make the difference between life and death. If you desire to make a difference in your community, VolState is leading the way in training everyday heroes. We offer EMS, paramedic, and fire science programs. Spring 2024 enrollment is now open. Visit volstate.edu to learn more.
Summit Concrete call to the bullpen for VolState. Jack McLaury now on for Eben Hansen. McLaury, 6'1", 170-pound sophomore from Las Casas, Tennessee. Attended Independence High School, played for his father, Mike, who's the head coach for Independence. He's a general studies major and the son of Mike and Ashley McLaury, brother to Judd and the grandson of Grandpa Mahoney and Grandma Deb in Olowine, Iowa, and Mimi's in Murfreesboro. Jack will graduate next month with that degree, and he's moving on to Milligan. He'll join his former Pioneer teammates Brody Melton and Landon Luderman to become a Milligan Buffalo. Set to face 8, 9, and 1 of the Walter State lineup. It's a breaking pitch. Misses up to Torbett, who's 0 for 1. Strikeout and a sac fly. Torbett was 3 for 3 in yesterday's game. Scored twice, drove in 3. Lori pitching from the stretch and delivers. Fastball fouled back. Hansen goes 4 innings, gives up 5 hits, 6 runs. 5 of those are earned. 4 walks, 4 strikeouts. Plunks 1 Senator twice. Holden Pantier, apparently, he was not happy with. It's a called strike on the outside corner. That maybe the widest of the game that's been called. He faced 25 batters. The right-hander from Maynardville. He will get one more at least start next weekend, it is anticipated. And then question is who will start the play-in game on May 2nd. Eben Hansen, Gavin King. Gavin King will also get a start. Assume he's okay after his 70 pitches yesterday. His second outing of the year after Tommy John. Ground ball to the left side. That will be made by third base coach Dave Shelton, head coach for Walter State. He is playing well back. He is coaching well back, which is exactly where I'd be. I mean, you got a hitting team like these guys, there's no chance you're moving up where the batter's box is. A sidearm delivering sweeper by Jack McGlory and a Chick-fil-A of Gallatin strikeout for out number one here in the fifth. Torbett down swinging twice in 3 plate appearances. Taylor Harris, he's got 2 doubles in the game. One is a legitimate double as he laced one down the third baseline. Drove in a run in the second. In the third, he had a pop-up between home and pitcher's mound that landed without anybody touching it. Actually, nobody even offered at it. J.C. Menendez had called it, but then I think he was letting it go because he knew he didn't have a prayer. Nobody else was there. And Harris ended up at second base as Kenny Cox came in to score. He was at third base when Harris was at the plate. 2 balls and a strike to the center fielder. Misses away. Batter standing on the artificial on-deck circle. Walter State in the first base dugout. The U.S. flag facing the press box because the wind is blowing out to right field, and there's ball 4. The 5th walk by VolState pitchers today. Fenton for his 4th plate appearance. He's 1 for 3. Singled in the first, grounded out, and then flew out, throw over first, not in time. McGlory began the year as a starting pitcher. He's on for his 14th appearance of the year. It's his 7th in relief. Was a relief pitcher last year for VolState. Had the most appearances by any pitcher. Had 16 last year. Caden Blackford holds the high appearances for the year for VolState. He has 18 now. McGlory leads the club with 6 wins in 7 decisions. Breaking pitch misses down. Jack 3-0 last year, 6-1. He's now 9-1 in his career. Looking for that 10th victory, and there's a ground ball left side. That's going to sneak on through into left field. Fenton with a second hit in 4 plate appearances. 6th hit of the game for Walter State. They average a little over 12 hits a game, a little over 11 runs. Now runners at first and second with Nate Connor, the second hole hitter, coming to the plate. A left-handed batter hit one high and deep to right, but it went foul the last time he came to the plate. Ended up walking. Outside with that offering, 1-0 is the count. McGlory pitched at Roan State in game 1 Went 5 innings. Got the win in that 11-5 victory. That was the 9-inning game that was started by Bryant Raskell. Raskell went the first 3, so he was the opener. I believe it was the first time that Jim McGuire employed the opener in the 9-inning game. 2-0 pitch to Connor. This is outside, in and out of the glove of Menendez, but Harris can't go anywhere. Jack gave up 4 hits, 2 runs, only 1 was earned in that game against Roan State. Walked 1, struck out 5 to pick up his 6th victory. Four-pitch walk, close 3-0 pitch right there, and that's the 3rd free pass for Connor. He's 0 for 1, but he's been walked twice and been hit by a pitch. I thought there was another hit by a pitch. Hanson actually hit 3 batters. He hit Connor once and Pantier twice. Are loaded. Jack Vogley, one of the top hitters in the country at the plate. And if you're a Senators fan, you are saying Jack Vogley is due. He's 0 for 2 in this game, was 0 for 3 in yesterday's game. 0 for 5. For his first hit of the series as Drew Plummer comes in to have a chat with Jack McLaury. And our home plate umpire keeping tabs of all the different meetings that go on, writing it all down. A fastidious bookkeeper. 1-0 sidearm delivery, misses inside. Vogley hit .436 a year ago for Walters State. 4 home runs, 41 RBIs. There's a breaking pitch, and now a 3-0 count as McLaury is in danger of walking in a run. He had 18 doubles a year ago, 2 triples. Now has 19 doubles, 12 home runs. 3-0 pitch. That's right down the can for a called strike. (3-1), 1 out, bases are loaded. Top of the 5th inning. All 4 and an RBI for Vogley. Second walk. The second time he's gotten an RBI on a walk. Had 1 in yesterday's game, and now 3 walks. Right-hander getting loose in the VolState bullpen. 3 walks in the inning and 1 hit, and now the number 1 hitter in the country at the plate. He's also due. 0 for 2 with a walk. Yesterday, this situation, he had a grand slam, and he just pounded 1 to deep left center field, and that ball's going to leave the yard. His 2nd grand slam in as many days, and the 2nd time that he's gotten a Ball State pitcher on the first pitch. Tyler Myatt picked up 4 more RBIs. It's 85 now on the season. His 22nd home run, depending on what is going on with West from, I think that's Gordon State College, who he was tied with, as to whether or not he's now the national leader. Not sure how many grand slams he's got on the year, but he's got 2 here at Vol State. He went opposite field there toward the Toyota of Gallatin scoreboard in left center field. Boulder State now leads 11-0. That means it is mercy rule time if Vol State cannot score 2 at this point in the bottom of the 5th, swinging a foul tip off the bat of Holden Pantier. 5-run inning. Popped up on the right side. Should be playable. But Reed Mashinsky is going to come in and make the catch. Hatless for out number 2. John Ray Pell remembers Reed Mashinsky. He remembers all these 3-year players. He was a coach in year number 2 for Jim McGuire. Got another one that's not wanting to leave as well. Kenny Cox, 1 for 3, stands in. And 2 balls and no strikes. To Cox. The Memphian. There's a line drive base hit. Cox just keeps on hitting. Line drive base hit up the middle. Cox has picked up hits number 28 and 29. I think we might. Going to have an offensive timeout again. This is their second of the game. Morgan is the 9th batter to come to the plate. Have no idea what this conversation could be about. Conversation is still going on, though. Now, Walker Morgan has been given the task at hand with 2 outs and 1 on. 5 runs have already come across the plate for Walter State here in the 5th inning, all charged to Jack McLaury. He comes set. Cox not going anywhere, and the pitch lands low and away. Inning started with a strikeout of Jack Torbert, who's in the on-deck circle. Taylor Harris walked. Fenton singled. Nate Connor walked. Loaded the bases. A bases loaded walk to Jack Vogel. He scored the first run, and then Tyler Myatt took the second pitch that he saw from Jack McLaury and drove it over the left center field wall. Sidearm breaking pitch called a strike. That's 11-0 strike call right there. Pantier flew out to right field, and then Kenny Cox lined a single up the middle. He's standing at first base as Walker Morgan now looking at a 3-ball, 1 strike count. This might be the last batter that McLaury faces, one way or the other. 3-1 pitch is a foul tip into the mitt. That was at the letters or above. And a full count Ministries, full count. We will have our Allie Cassidy Brick and Stone Alumni Spotlight after this half inning. Full count pitch, runner on the move, and a swing and a miss. Morgan goes down on a Chick-fil-A Gallatin strikeout to end the inning. Second strikeout of the inning. Walter State 5 runs. They were all earned on 3 hits. No errors, 1 runner left on base. 11-0 is a score, and VolState's going to have to score 2 to stay in the ball game, or this game will end early. And it's time for our Allie Cassidy Brick and Stone Alumni Spotlight. James Flash Merritt, outfielder in the mid-90s, 1995 to 1998. He's got a brick in his honor and the alumni brick patio. And Reed Mashinsky, he's going to be getting one as well. Karen and Mike Mashinsky have donated $100 to the baseball program in Reed's honor. So I will get the privilege, once that brick has been produced, I'll get the privilege of putting that in. If you have a sophomore or redshirt freshman who's leaving the program and would like to honor him with a brick, send me an email, treesports@gmail.com, and I'll get you the paperwork. And Bobby Hudson's up here, and he is happy to take the money. As a matter of fact, I got Reed's money in my pocket right now. I'm going to hand to Bobby Hudson for his brick. I'll get him the form here soon. So that money right there is for Reed Mashinsky. And so, Karen, I will work out the details to get the reimbursement. But we do thank Allie Cassidy, Brick and Stone, for their support of VolState baseball. My buddy Randy West, former neighbor, now lives over in Brentwood in an all-brick house, formerly a vinyl-sided house. But he's been in the brick business all his life. Keith Green, the division manager at the Gallatin Yard. Richard Waltz, father of Carter Waltz, the DM in Clarksville, as Brady Nipper takes a hack at the first pitch he sees here in the bottom of the fifth against Aiden Robertson, trying to get the complete game shutout. Right now, a one-hitter, Ball State. Easton Denning with an infield single in the first inning, trying to mount a comeback to at least get to play a couple more innings here in game one. Lost yesterday 19-2. Nepper with the late swing fouls that one off. Stays in the count 0-2. Brady was hit by a pitch in the third inning. Ball State 30-15 record. Check swing foul ball. Nepper came in hitting .256. Got a late start of the season. Had an injury he was dealing with early on, playing in his 15th game of the year. 10 hits, 2 doubles. He's got a big fly. That happened against his former team, Cumberland, in the JV game. Swing and a miss. Robertson sets down Nepper. That's his 8th strikeout. Drew Plummer will stand in. Couple of flyouts to the outfield. 0 for 2. Game 2 of the doubleheader will start approximately 30 minutes after the conclusion of this game. Breaking pitch sails right across the plate for a called strike. Eight strikeouts, 2 walks, 1 hit batter for Robertson. Plummer could not hold up on that check swing, and he's down in the count 0-2 with Reed Mashinsky in the on-deck circle. Robertson tried to step on one there and yanked it glove side, way outside. 11 runs, 8 hits, 1 error for Walter State. 0-1-1 for the Pioneers. No, says Mark McNabney. Fly ball out to right field. Back goes Nate Connor. He's still going back, and that hits the base of the fence. Stays in the field of play, and Drew Plummer pulls into second with a do-dat double. Second hit of the ball game for Vol State. And Plummer's first hit of the ball game. Picks up his 10th double of the year. That nearly was blown out of here. And Reed Mashinsky stands in with 1 out and a runner at second base. Reed 0 for 2 with a line out and a strikeout. Ground ball foul down the third base line. Reed redshirted his freshman year, came up here with a buddy of his, Noah Eatman, who's now pitching at Kaiser University down in West Palm Beach, Florida. He hits one foul. It may get into the stands, just over the stands, right in front of the Bobby Hudson Pavilion down the right field line. Bobby Hudson in his 39th year here with Vol State. 19th year as the athletic director, came Got that position in 2006, but came here in 1986 as a coach. Coached it all. Hasn't coached baseball, is that right? Where did Bobby go? Did not coach baseball, right? Coached softball, basketball, right? Men's and women's. Tom Kirby was the first baseball coach. I believe that was in 75. Bobby Hudson and longtime coach Johnny Lynn coached together the men's and women's basketball. Fastball misses up. Count goes 1 ball and 2 strikes. Johnny Lynn, 30 years as a softball coach, and now just finished his 2nd year as the men's basketball coach. His son, Christian Lynn, in his 2nd year at the helm with the Lady Pioneer softball team. Robertson steps off of the mound. That's his one and only allowed disengagement for this batter. Mashinsky with a 1-2 count. That is ball 2. Tough pitch right there to take with 2 strikes. It looks like lunch has shown up for somebody over here to the right. If I can get in on that. Not sure. It almost looks like there's a swing and miss on a fastball up. That's probably some chicken from here. And well, it's not Chick-fil-A chicken. But 9th strikeout now for Robertson, and Easton Denning's going to get a chance to drive one out of the park. Infield single, and he got rung up on a time violation. Apparently he did not step into the box quick enough on a full count pitch, and he was rung up. He smokes, well, that was close. That got into the stands down the right field line, and I'm telling you, the people in that seating area had no time to react. This looked like a couple of young ladies up in the top row, and that ball was just in front of them. Bounced out of the stands, and looks like everybody's okay. 0-1 pitch. Popped up and out of play on the left side. I say it's out of play. It came back, and Pantier had a shot at it on the warning track right in front of the bullpen down the left field line. I thought that was well out, but the wind blew that back into the field of play. Pantier a long way to run. He's tired. He's hoping Aiden Robertson would give him a little bit of time. The problem is Trevor Stevens, the base umpire, is keeping tabs on the time. 20 seconds he has. Swing and a miss, and Walter State defeats VolState in game 1 as Robertson picks up his 10th strikeout. VolState strands a runner. Oh, no runs, 1 hit in the inning. And this game is over due to the mercy rule, 11-0. Walter State wins this one. They pick up their 21st win in conference play. They're 21-5. VolState falls to 10-14. Winning pitcher Aiden Robertson gets his 10th win of the year. He is 10-1. Losing pitcher is Eben Hansen. He falls to 4-3. No save in the game. As the game takes less than 2 hours to complete. Hour and 49 minutes by my calculation. Toyota of Gallatin player of the game for VolState. Don't know that we have one. Be the first game that we've had that we really do not have. The only 2 that got hits, Drew Plummer and Easton Denning. Well, I guess we'll make them the co-Toyota of Gallatin players of the game. Plummer with a fly ball double here in the 5th, and Denning with an infield single in the 1st. Our co-Toyota of Gallatin players of the game. And now our Full Count Ministries verse of the game. Find that in the book of Isaiah, chapter 40. A lot of prophecy in the book of Isaiah, and we'll have a poignant prophecy for our second game, but this one is a great group of verses. It's found in Isaiah chapter 40 verses 28 through 31. I'm sure most of you have heard this. If you've been a follower for a long time, it says, do you not know, have you not heard? The Lord is the everlasting God, the creator of the ends of the earth. He will not grow tired or weary. In his understanding no one can fathom. Here's the part you probably have heard a lot. He gives strength to the weary and increases the power of the weak. Even youths grow tired and weary, and young men stumble and fall. But those who hope in the Lord, John, they will renew their strength. They will soar on wings like eagles. They will run and not grow weary. They will walk and not be faint. Gives me goosebumps. Isaiah 40, 28 through 31 is our full count ministries verses of the game. Ball game, not a lot of highlights for VolState, but the number 4 team in the country puts it on the Pioneers. 11-0, 11 runs, 8 hits, 1 error for Senators, and no runs, 2 hits, 1 error for VolState. We'll be back in approximately 25 minutes for game number 2 for our president, Dr. Wendy Tostenson, super fan, and athletic director Bobby Hudson. Head coach Jim McGuire, this is Tim Reese saying so long, God bless you. We'll talk to you in a few minutes right here on the VolState Sports Network.